This is me back at the Doon again, kindly fishing loaned to me by Richard. It's a great little river, has a balancing flow, so there's always some water. One of the reasons for my visit here today is to try out a new rod. Those of you who've been watching closely will notice that I've been madly eBaying loads of old-fashioned fishing tackle, and some not so old, some of my nicer tackle, in order to raise some funds, because I've got quite into rod building. And so I built this. This is a Sage Blank Z-axis blank, and I thought it might be quite a nice little summer sea trout rod, but we shall see. I guess only time will tell whether it's going to perform okay, but I wanted a 10-footer, which is a bit easier to roll cast. But it seems to be okay. It's supposed to be a good rod anyway. It was fun building it, and I think it's been quite nicely built. You see there my little moniker. I don't know if that's in focus, is it? One of the technique I thought I'd try is a trick I learned up in the Highlands, which is a really nice way, summer way to fish for salmon. And I always think there's always a bit thin on the ground summer salmon fishing. So although normally I'd only fish one fly, I kind of feel like I'd rather hook a fish and lose it, which you can sometimes do with two flies because one snags up on the bottom, then not even hook a fish in the summer. So anyways, it's quite good fun to try a two fly technique. In the Highlands they have a wee silver stoat. Oh, maybe you can see that. Not quite in focus. Wee silver stoat on the point, and then a bushy fly like a cascade or something on the dropper. The idea is, I think, you kind of work the dropper a wee bit in the surface film and you fish a floating line. So it's quite a different way of salmon fishing. One of the interesting things about salmon fishing, I think anyway, is that like different regions adopt different approaches. Now obviously probably not that much difference between salmon all over the world, but I like these kind of cultural approaches to the sport of salmon fishing. Now whether they catch more fish or not using a local tactic, I don't know. It's a bit like these dry fly Atlantic salmon fishermen in America. No reason why you shouldn't catch salmon on the dry fly in this country, but people don't. But I think that adds to the richness of the sport, in my opinion anyway. Mackenzie's pool here. I wonder who Mackenzie was. Probably a charming bloke. Just thought you might appreciate these lovely flax flowers. They're very beautiful. If you can hear me okay, I'm just going to say a few words about this new flag that I made into a fishing rod. And the new Z-axis Sage Blank, and I don't know, I guess everybody's looking for a rod that makes everything easy. And this certainly isn't a bad attempt at it. It doesn't solve all your casting problems, it makes one or two of them a bit easier. To be honest with you, at short range it takes a bit more of a delicate hand than I'm used used to. But at long range it really excels. But I think with a bit of tweakage and a bit of subtle handling, it could be quite a nice short range rod. It just, you have to try to use just the very tip of the rod and not try to go too deep with it. And then it seems to flick out a roll cast quite nicely. So on the whole, the Z-axis review by me, Will Marshall, is, I think they're a pretty good blank, and they're not going to make you a better caster, but they might make things a little bit easier.